monster slowly crawled out. The woman opposite glanced at her pocket watch and raised her crossbow towards the creature she couldn't even see. The monster collapsed right into a pre-marked spot on the ground. She is Miss Peregrine, the headmistress of the children's home. On this day, September 3, 1943, she led all the children outside. Everyone put on gas masks. Miss Peregrine took out her pocket watch and looked up at the sky. Countless aircraft flew overhead. It felt like doomsday. The aircraft opened their bomb bays. Nuclear bombs fell from the sky. Their target was the children's home. Miss Peregrine stared intently at her pocket watch, as if counting down to the apocalypse. At the very second the bomb was about to hit the ground, Miss Peregrine stopped her pocket watch. Instantly, the massive raindrops and the terrifying nuclear bomb suddenly froze in place. Miss Peregrine began reversing the pocket watch. The bomb and the raindrops flew back up into the sky. In that moment, time reversed itself. In seconds, it changed from night back to day. Time had rewound 24 hours. Jake was amazed by this. So this was the legendary time loop. He finally understood that his grandfather hadn't lied to him. Now it was time to part ways. To ensure Jake's safety, Miss Peregrine asked the air girl to take Jake to the time corridor. But when the two reached the cave, they unexpectedly found an injured temporal bird. The air girl suspected the monsters were behind it, so she brought the bird back to the castle. While Jake returned alone to the inn, he opened the letter left by his grandfather. It turned out Grandpa had discovered Mr. Barron's followers had infiltrated the children's home. So the next day, Jake returned to the castle and found Miss Peregrine, wanting to ask about Mr. Barron's true identity. But Miss Peregrine refused to answer. The persistent Jake had no choice but to ask the air girl for information. The air girl took him to the seaside. Jake saw Miss Peregrine holding a crossbow, seemingly waiting for something. After a short while, a giant, terrifying monster suddenly appeared on the cliff edge. Jake quickly warned Miss Peregrine, but Miss Peregrine wasn't flustered at all. She pulled the trigger, taking down the monster with a single shot. The air girl told Jake, "The monsters are transformed from Mr. Barron's men. No one can see them, but you inherited your grandfather's peculiar ability. You are now the only one who can see the monsters. And the reason Miss Peregrine can kill them is because of her precise control over time, combined with the markers your grandfather left on the ground, allowing her to kill the monsters blind." Jake returned to the castle. He told Miss Peregrine about his grandfather's death. Miss Peregrine no longer hid the truth, and told Jake everything. But just then, the temporal bird the air girl had saved woke up. The bird told Miss Peregrine, "Mr. Barron hasn't given up on immortality. This time, he plans to capture more temporal birds to complete his experiment." Miss Peregrine decided the castle was no longer safe, so she had the children pack their belongings and prepare to take the first ferry to leave. However, Mr. Barron suddenly appeared. He held a knife to Jake's throat, forcing Miss Peregrine to become his test subject. With no other choice, she complied. She then transformed into a temporal bird and flew into the cage. But with Miss Peregrine gone, the giant monsters were soon to attack the children's home. So Jake directed everyone to arm themselves. They decided to fight the monsters their own way.